Michelle Weaver, a hotel clerk, is preparing for work. She meets with her boss Reggie, who is nearing retirement. After sharing an old joke about clerks, she is unexpectedly promoted to hotel manager as Reggie announces his departure. The other staff members congratulate her on the well-earned promotion. The receptionist is arguing with some customers when Michelle intervenes. The customers insist on getting the room as advertised in the brochure. To resolve the situation, she upgrades them to a penthouse suite, and they leave satisfied. She then goes on her lunch break but suddenly feels extremely dizzy. People around her stand up and start looking at the sky. She notices that everyone has frozen in place. Stepping out into the street, she sees a giant orb hovering in the sky. Loud explosions echo in the distance, yet no one reacts, remaining fixated on the orb. A woman approaches her and speaks, her expression unreadable. She hears the woman asking the duration of the downtime before looking at the orb and freezing in place. Fear grips Michelle as she runs through the streets, desperately trying to speak to people, but no one moves or responds. She approaches a police officer and asks about the orb. He calmly tells her that it is just routine world maintenance. The officer explains that it was scheduled and that everyone will wake up once it's done before freezing in place. Michelle rushes home and finds her husband. When she asks him about the orb, he responds in an unfamiliar accent, repeating that it is downtime for scheduled maintenance. She calls his name and asks him to stop playing, but he responds with a different name, Danny. Fear creeps in as she tells him to stop scaring her. He looks at her with concern, convinced she doesn't remember who she really is. Urging her to wake up, he steps outside, saying he'll contact them and request help. Carl looks at the orb and freezes. Panic sets in as she rushes back inside the house. Moments later, two children enter. Gripping a knife, she watches them cautiously. They calmly explain that they are customer service, here to diagnose the issue and get her up and running. They instruct her to drop the knife. The knife vanishes from her hand as if by magic. They turn on the TV and reveal the truth. Sleepaway, an alternate reality monitored and controlled through servers, is shared by millions. It uses the brain as a computer, allowing people to live entirely different lives while they sleep. In the real world, she is a man named Phineas Lowell. He synced into Sleepaway last night at 11:15, played for a few hours, and then suffered a heart attack, sending him into a coma. The representatives explain that a forced in-sync is necessary to bring him back. She refuses, telling them to leave her alone. She decides to wait until the downtime is over. In response, the representatives bring Ellen, Phineas's emergency contact and wife, to talk to her. As the orb announces that maintenance will end in 20 minutes, Michelle firmly tells Ellen that she isn't going anywhere. Ellen tells her that the first thing Finn ever said to her was, "Don't break it." She goes on to describe how he proposed, getting down on one knee, pointing at his heart, and repeating those same words. Michelle listens before scoffing, saying his name sounds corny. Ellen explains that if she doesn't in-sync soon, downtime will end, and Finn will be gone forever. Michelle hesitates, admitting that she feels like she has known Ellen her entire life. Ellen kisses her, but Michelle insists that Finn isn't here. Ellen challenges her, asking how she can be so sure. They've been married for 15 years. Ellen tells her they have 2 children waiting for him. Michelle hesitates before finally admitting she is willing to try. Just then, Ellen looks at the orb and freezes. At the last moment, Michelle pulls away, resisting the in-sync. Panic takes over as she flees from customer service. The world around her begins to glitch, reality flickering and distorting. She runs back to the hotel. She touches one of the frozen people, and the body collapses lifelessly. Shocked, she stumbles into a hotel room and lays on the bed, trying to process everything. A bird pecks at the window, catching her attention. Suddenly, it begins screaming, alerting customer service to her location. The orb announces that maintenance will end in 5 minutes. Customer representatives begin searching the hotel for her. She quickly takes the exit stairs, trying to evade them. With only 3 minutes left until the end of maintenance, she reaches the rooftop. The bird appears again, and moments later, a man arrives, introducing himself as Tom from Priority Customer Service. Tom explains that they have been experiencing a number of unexpected errors but still don't fully understand what happened to her. He tells her that if she wants to stay, she will need to sign a form clearing them of any responsibility. Without hesitation, she says she wants to wake up. She realizes she can't stay in a world she knows isn't real. Tom then reveals that Finn took a sleeping pill smoothie before logging in last time. He was taken off life support 45 minutes ago and passed away shortly after. With nowhere else to go, she signs the form. Tom tells her that the only rule is to never break character. She can't log out until the next downtime. She asks what the point of it all is, but he's already gone. The countdown for the end of maintenance begins. As the timer reaches 0, the orb vanishes, and everyone unfreezes. The episode ends as the world returns to normal, with people resuming their lives as if nothing happened. Like and subscribe the channel for more videos like these.